Your requests have been overwhelming, so we finally have a Hellcat Pro TLR-7 sub holster for you. Let's check it out. Due to your overwhelming number of requests to our customer service team, we have crafted a solution for this Hellcat Pro with the TLR-7 sub, and we have also built a mag carrier for you. So this is the TLR-7 sub for the Hellcat as it is fitted up from STREAMLIGHT on the Hellcat Pro. The problem is that Springfield redesigned the grip module and move that rail slot forwards. You actually end up with quite a gap here. This is more of a gap than you would get on the regular Hellcat with the TLR-7 sub for the Hellcat. So what do you do to get proper fitment? So we've talked to STREAMLIGHT, and their first answer was, well, you should probably run the TLR-7A. I don't think that that's the best solution for most customers because you bought the Hellcat because you like its slim profile, its small size, and you probably have already bought the TLR-7 sub so that you could get a slim light on your slim pistol. And that's perfectly understandable. Well, we happen to have all the keys, and we've even built and released into the public domain key designs to fit up the TLR-7 sub for 1913 on the original Hellcat. We did that before STREAMLIGHT released their own key for it, but we've also got the capability to look at everything else STREAMLIGHT has provided. And believe it or not, STREAMLIGHT in their TLR-7 sub for the 1913 key set has a number 5 key. That key actually fits pretty well on the Hellcat Pro, and it snugs this light up to the trigger guard a lot better. So now you might ask me, hey Shan, well that looks great, but I bought the TLR-7 sub for the Hellcat and it just came with 1 key. Well, I've talked to STREAMLIGHT customer service. You can email them or call them, and they will get you what is known as the number 5 key, and you can fit that into your TLR-7 sub for the Hellcat, and that will fit up very well on your Pro. You can also fit that same key up on the TLR-7 sub 1913, and you're going to get a very similar fitment. You may wonder, once you get the key, how you change it out. All you got to do is pull this screw out, make sure you retain the spring that's in there. Turn that upside down, the key falls out, plop the new key in, and then go ahead and put your spring back in, your spring screw, and then you can go ahead and fit that up, and that fits up really nice on this Hellcat Pro. Little trick I use is I actually use a master key head to actually tighten up my subs or my TLR-7s on the pistols. And with that, you've got a nice fitting solution that is really well tailored for that Hellcat Pro. And then you combine that with our newly released holster. So you might wonder, hey, does this then actually work with the TLR-7 sub for the Hellcat holster that Werkz has? And the answer is no. The problem is that Springfield, in their infinite wisdom, decided not only to put the rail slots in a different spot, but they also dropped that rail down a little bit. And that meant that there's interference inserting the pistol into that holster. It will not fit. Don't buy the regular Hellcat TLR-7 sub holster if you're running the Pro. You need a specific Hellcat Pro holster. We tried to design one holster that worked with everything. The answer is no. If we designed it for the Pro, then it did not fit properly, didn't retain properly with the regular Hellcat with the TLR-7 sub. So we end up giving you a different holster option, and this is 4 new SKUs for us. So as you can see and likely hear, that goes ahead and that snaps in place pretty well. Shake test, it gives you more than just a friction fit. We actually have detents for retention on the light. And that is a nice fitting, nice looking holster. We also not only have the inside the waistband versions, but we also have an outside the waistband version here as well. That uses our standard belt lock, and that also fits in and retains very nicely. All of these holsters have adjustable retention, so you can tune that to exactly your preferred carry style. It works not only with the TLR-7 sub for Hellcat, but also works with the TLR-7 sub 1913. And if you were to say, hey, you know what, Shan, I don't want to actually change out my rail key. I think I'm just fine with the positioning of that Hellcat sub on my Hellcat Pro. Well, it does fit that solution as well. So there it is, and you can actually see the gap through and at the bottom. And you can see that that pistol rides up just a tiny bit higher. And as a result, you can actually see a tiny bit of light through that trigger guard if you look very closely. Even though that rides a little higher, it still goes ahead and retains off that light and passes the shake test. Of course, all of our M6s have the accessory attachment holes, have the multi-position belt clip, and this does come with our new style full-size claw, which has been redesigned for comfort. And finally, we've also had an avalanche of emails, people asking for the mag carrier for the Hellcat. Well, we've got it. This is our radius mag carrier. It can go ahead and attach to your holster for appendix carry, or if you want to carry it separate, it does carry very well separately. This is made specifically for these Hellcat mags. It works with regular Hellcat and Hellcat Pro mags. It also has adjustable retention, and it also has a nice snap-in retention point. So for all your light-bearing holster needs, go to werkz.com and check out what we have for you. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.